Yes, yes, fellas. Welcome to Bala Sports. How you guys doing? Got my guy Alex. Alex, what's going on, my boy?
Hey, man.
I know it's late, man. I'm surprised you're still up, your old ass. What's going on with you?
Just burning the midnight oil.
Hmm. All right. Oh man, it's been a while, bro. Bala Sports, Chelsea. Great summer so far. Well, it was two major tournaments. Well, not really. One major, the other one just little disorganized Cup America. People complain about the field. Security's not tight enough. Fans storming the final game, Colombia versus Argentina, so on and so on. But we're not here to talk about all the that football part, but we're actually here to talk about the Argentina team. They're one of the members that play for Chelsea Football Club. Enzo, a player that both of us grew to like last season. So give him time. He was average, but you know, with the new head coach coming in, I was excited. I said, yes, somebody that actually will understand how players like Enzo play. Not like the other guy we just let go or walk away or whatever he did. Is an old story. But it's everywhere in the headline that Enzo and his Argentina teammates, well, if you don't know, you don't know, then you'll be surprised. But as for me and a lot of people, maybe I could just say a lot of black people, not surprised that there's racism coming from Argentina squad. I'm not surprised. It's just funny that it's 2024 that a guy that played for Chelsea Football Club that left Argentina, went to Benfica, then Chelsea, being in England all what a whole season or so, and he still doesn't understand that there's some things that you don't say and you don't go live saying it. And that's the same songs that the fans were singing in Qatar over the World Cup about, of course, the French players. I don't know if we got a video we could play of that because that's kind of a little bit funny though. Because when you like, if we don't understand what they were saying, but everybody attempt to. I know I got my own little translation of it because we all know that's what the song mean, and it's kind of weird. It is for me. It is because I love Enzo as a player, but now knowing this side of him is like I'm not gonna play the whole thing because we don't understand the goddamn shit. But this is the video and just a little pictures right here. So I guess there was they singing a song about the French players, especially Kelly Mbappe, mother from they got it wrong where his mother from. His mother's not from Nigeria, he's actually from Algeria. His dad from Cameroon. And most of this it's kind of tough me talking about it because it's racism. That's straight up racist. Now we got a racist player playing for the Chelsea Football Club. That's the way I would label it. We can't say, "Oh, you don't know better. You don't know this. Don't know that." Nah, bro, you've been in England. You've seen every game or every match. You need to get down on your knees, fight against racism. Because it's kind of funny coming from Argentina. Like a lot of people will be surprised. Like I say, I won't be surprised because for the history of it, we know every time Brazil play against Argentina, whether it's an international cup game or just any other games, locally or not, Argentina fans always call them monkeys, the dark Brazilian players. So this is no surprise. But before I get deep into my thoughts on this and maybe read his bullshit apology because he apologized because he got caught. He wouldn't apologize if you don't get caught. What is your take on Enzo's situation that's going on with the whole Argentina squad?
Disgraceful, unnecessary. It's damaging on a whole bunch of levels before you even get to the critical one where it's just inherently, stupid. But it damages his reputation, damages the club's reputation. Uh, you know, Again, small fish, but last thing the club need or to field this right now. The last thing we need is to provide anything else that can be used as fodder against us. And again, that doesn't even approach, the the division that it's going to cause, that we've seen it cause in the squad. You know, whether you want to argue it's no big deal or you want to argue that it's blatant racism, you know, you can't deny the fact that people unfollowed him. People on his squad immediately, in solidarity with each other, made the choice to exile him. So you look at that, and again, not only is it unnecessary, but they're well within their right to do that. But it's such a huge division in the dressing room. The season hasn't started, preseason hasn't started.
Right.
Half of these dudes are just getting back home, if they're even back yet. Um, but also, it's just disgraceful from the perspective of progress and the game in general. You absolutely hate to see it.
Right.
You know,
Man.
you can claim innocence in a whole bunch of areas, but it is a product of, you know, what the game is today. No matter how you want to polish it up and you want to dress it up and you want to say
Right.
that you're advocating and you're fighting and all this stuff, it is still a product of, you know, where we are at on that level, like globally.
Right. It's 2024, bro, and we're still seeing things like this. It everything in the dark must come to light. This is a situation like this. He wishes that he would have never went live. If you haven't gone live, this is something that probably I don't think this is the first time they had done this. I'm not just blaming just Enzo, even though the focus is Enzo because he's the one that went live with it, and then he's of course Chelsea player. But imagine all the rest of the players going to the clubs, which is so diversity with different players, you know, coming from all different backgrounds. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot to be explained, you know. And in the past, when they accused Argentina for being racist, oh, that's the fans. The players has nothing to do with it. Like I said, man, as growing up, man, we always like Brazilian players for some reason coming from, especially my part of Africa, you know. But watching games, hearing this, but the fans and everybody in the whole Argentina squads or the whole Argentina country denied and being. I'm not labeling everybody as racist, but this right here, like, but I gotta give praise to Wesley Fofana for stepping up, be the first person to say what he says, and his rest of teammates, whether it's Disasi, Crispin, Cuckoo, you got. It's like this is the one of the most selfish things you could do as a player, as a teammate. You know what I mean?
Stupid.
Right. So
It's not just
you
a lack of, you're not just saying something so stupid
right.
and so asinine in its outlook. Like, you're also not considering the entire half of your team.
Right.
Bruh.
You know, he was just focusing on himself at that moment. He was focusing on if this is the way for you to celebrate when you win something, then dude, you need to get a reality check about life. Chanting somebody else's name and the backgrounds where they come from. We as an Africans, we could say that. Of course, when the France won the World Cup, we're like, you know, man, United, United Nation of Africa won this World Cup. But I mean, we could make a joke like that. That's like saying the N word. I could say it. I'm not supposed to, but we said it because whatnot, But that doesn't give maybe you or somebody else that's white to get the right to say that fucking shit. You know what I mean? That's
Damn.
just the way it goes. You know what I
I
mean?
thought the pass was coming.
You're
No,
right.
you're
Yeah.
absolutely
Right.
right. And that's like the arguments from a lot of people that are saying it's no big deal. It's like they're not saying anything untrue. Like it's not it's not an argument. First off, it's not wrong to acknowledge that France has always had a very progressive immigration and asylum policy that allows migrants, refugees, and people of varying ethnicities and descents to nationalize there.
But
Like,
also some of these players was actually born in France.
exactly, and that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
And now
To
when we look at the Argentina team, we don't see no black players in that period. We all know like 100. We could go back in the history and talk about how Argentina had the blacks basically just fade away from Argentina. You know what I mean? We could speak about that. Now when you actually look at it, like I won't even watch Argentina game when after seeing this unless they come out and explain themselves about what's going on here, which is nothing really you could explain because you're right there in the video. This is how you really look at other black players that play for other national teams, like whether it's
And I
United
think
States or
that's the
not.
problem is you can spout facts about, the innocence of it all day, but the song itself is
Right,
disparaging in its intent. It's not like, oh, I was just making a reference to the immigration. No, dude, that's not. You were singing a disparaging song that was very racist in its intent, even if that's not how you intended it.
right.
Even if it's a fan chant, like it's a disparaging racist chant. Um, just in its expectation. I think it's good that Enzo is being fined or whatever their disciplinary thing is. I think it's great that he has to do, the courses and, learn
Wait,
all that.
now you're
But
speaking about that for a minute, right? What do you think that like Chelsea? What kind of actions should Chelsea take?
oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. And it gets real murky there because it's like, again, and we were talking about it a little bit. We were exchanging about it today, just, not even as devil's advocate, but you just kind of wonder. And I would say, it's just it's so up in the air. It just happened. It's so up in the air. The response is not probably going to be swift. Um, you take the business aspect into it, and you're just like, okay, we want to discipline, but we want to recover. We got a big contract. We put this guy on. He's still got 8 fucking years on his contract. It's big. We were like highlighting him to succeed. We still want to see that vision happen. We need to do damage control. Another scenario is that, given what's happened and the fracture in the locker room, the only damage control that will have an impact is to offload and just push them on to somewhere else. But I really don't know. And again, the club just released a statement a few hours ago, and that obviously, as usual, it tells us nothing.
Right.
Like the club is displeased. The club will be taking disciplinary action. The club has no further comment. It's like, okay, cool.
Right. Let them take the time and make the right decision because this is gonna impact a lot in our dressing room for the rest of the season. Got a
Mm-hmm.
new manager, now new problem. Damn. This is Chelsea Football